Hello, I'm Adrian Hyde of Adrian Hyde Photography, and today in this video I am going to run you through an extremely sexy subject of how to organise your files. Primarily my way of doing it. I have one library for one job, so in this whole process I'm going to just talk you through and show you how I would set up my filing system so I don't ever lose anything or don't ever lose any photos. But before we get started, I've got this little bit of not a passion but more of an idle curiosity of what's going on in the world. So we're going to go into the screen now. So I'm just going to bring this over this, what's going on here, and it's just incredible to see. Actually, there's quite a lot of people going on here. I've turned this on several times, and in here there's been hardly anyone at all on there. And this is what I normally see here. This is Italy. It's just this amazing thing to watch. I think at this point we're 5 or 6 weeks into the lockdown, because Spain had it extended a little bit. But it's just incredible thing to watch. Anyway, I digress. So let's get this started. What I'm going to do first is just create a master folder which I can copy from, and as we go through I will show you how to move everything so you save all the settings. You never lose the files, which is quite a good thing actually. So let's rename this as 2020. Oh, something there. I'm going to do this in one take as well, so it's going to be. What's going on there? Anyway, 2020. I'm going to call this the template. And in there, I'm going to now start doing. That opens up to move me over a little bit. Some several things now, and in here I'm going to do 001, and this is going to be where all the original cards. So in here, I would put. I've actually got mine. I'll show you later on how I set mine up. But for the purposes of this, if you're a wedding photographer or you have several things going on, I would in here put all. If you've got two-day event or different cameras, I'll put the cameras in here. So when you import them, you can just import them a lot. So you don't mix them up. Because the worst thing is that you do some folders here and you lose it. You can get lost quite quickly doing all this. So just for argument's sake, I've got a D800. So all the files from there will go from the D800. I've got a GoPro, say GoPro, and the file, and they'll all go into there. So. Next thing we would do, this is where I'll now put the Lightroom in, because I like to think that you have an order of doing things. So first thing, second thing, thirdly, and then fourth. So the next thing, logical thing I would do is put all those folders into a Lightroom catalogue. So Lightroom, oops, spell it wrong. Lightroom. I'm going to leave that now because later on I'll go back and I'll set up the catalogue as it should be set up, so you would never lose it. So the settings, we'll see that in a minute. You're doing very well. Keep an eye on this. It's not a particularly nice subject. 03. So next thing after that, I will make the JPEGs. JPEGs, and in here, if you're a photographer, you might want the proofs. These may be ones that go out to the customer for approval. Proofs. You may then have some the finals. And then you may want to do just black and white. Anyone's that converted to black and white. And this is all up to you. And if you'd anything like me, I've been doing this system since 2012, and I've refined it over the years. So no doubt, if you adopt this, the idea is to just cherry pick the bits that you like. So after that, 004. So what I'd like to do now, the ones that are JPEGs, they go out to the customer, they come back. And the next one is the one where if you have any photos that are printed, I'll put them in there. And then folder 5. Then I have, for me, they've printed them. I have invoice, and I put my business card in this one here. So 005. This is invoice and my business card. I will also put their business card in as well, their details in there, because the invoice, it all comes together. For me anyway, this is how I've done it. 6. This goes on and on and on. New folder. I have 006. Now I have the Now this is a bit of overkill, but in doing this, I guarantee that I will never lose the Photoshop actions that I've made, and they take a long time to make. So I'll put these Photoshop actions in here, and all I need to do is just double click on those, and then they go in. So if anything goes wrong with Photoshop, just let me open up Photoshop, and you'll see. Oh, let's just do this. Cancel that. Don't cancel. I just need a image from somewhere. Let's do this. Let's drag this image over. Open up Photoshop. So in here, oh, I have both of me up. Oh, that's off. So yeah, in here I have the buttons. So I press the action and then sharpen, and all those there are those folders that are those two folders there. So if I lose those for any reason, I always will have them. And that is pretty much it. I do have a movie section, but I'm not going to put that in here because there's no point. I will show you very, very quickly how mine looks photography, and like I said, I've done this for years now. So here's my original one, 2019, should be 2020 now. The original cards are going here. I put my logo and stuff in there, and the proofs, slideshow, sorry, and the Photoshop presets are in here. The print, album, Lightroom, catalog. I have mine a little bit different. Website card. So you get the idea. In the movie one here, I have the clips, and in the clips I always try. I know it's silly, a bit overkill, but I always put the music in there, and the music is quite long. I just drag over the music as I go. Any shoots from the iPhone, multi-clips, any multi-clips of 3 cameras together, and I put them together in multi-clips. An openers sequence for movies, that gets copied over every single time. A little bit of overkill, I know, but and my logo's in there as well. So I'll just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Ooh, so I won't put that in here, but you get the idea. So let's go back into this Lightroom now, and I'm going to open up Lightroom over this side from the icon. I'm a side docker, not a bottom docker. Okay, so yours will not always come in like this, but let's just open this up, and I'll show you the preferences. Where can I put me so I can sort of stay here? This is from the last library I opened up, so I don't really want this. I don't want this at all. So I'm going to select here, File. Oh, not that. Lightroom Classics. File. New Catalogue. Boom. I've disappeared again. And it's going to happen every time. Every time I press on there, it's going to get somewhere. So I have to ignore me for now. So save as Lightroom. Lightroom, and then we're going to save it on the desktop, and then in the 2020, and then in the Lightroom. This we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this, so it's going to close now. So that's now going to open up. So, right, I think I might have to get with me because this is not going to work like this. Okay, never mind. Every time I touch this, it's going to go. So, in this catalogue here, it is so important that you click onto here, you go into preferences. There's 2 things I alter. Prompt me when starting up Lightroom. That will then guarantee you can choose what library you want when you go from the side bit or you go into the bottom bit. Or load most recent catalogue. I always go for this one. That's the first one I do. And the second one is you go into catalogue settings, and this is so important. Once a week when backup catalogue, once a week when editing Lightroom. That is absolutely no good to you if you do one catalogue, one job. So every time Lightroom exits, that needs to be backed up. And that's it, simply done. If I close this now, do you really want to quit? And it'll ask me again, do I want to back it up? Yes, I do. So this is a little bit untidy here. So all I do now is do this, drag those into there. And now I can get rid of Lightroom. There's nothing in there. Boom. Oh, get rid of that. Now this is the Lightroom catalogue, but this is the bit where I put in there rename me, because that's the one. Why is this there? Can I get rid of that? No. Why is that? Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? No. No idea why. So that will tell you later on where to rename me. That's quite cool as well. So I'm going to go right back to let's stop this. This template here, I'm going to open up, and then I'm going to make it red, just because I want to know There it is. And that's now turned red. So let's make a job, or an imaginary job, to show you how I file everything. So I'm going to make a copy of this. So press on that. Copy. Where is it? Copy. Ooh. Okay. Just press Command C, and then I can go up here. Look. Copy, and now I want to paste item. Okay. Right, here we go. So what I'm going to do now is rename this. Double click on it. Please double click on it. Oh, it's right. Right. Can I do it now? Right, okay, so how I always do it is the year, the month, and as is it's Photographic Friday, it's going to come out on the 24th, and then we can call it whatever we want to call it. So this is going to be Day, Photographic Friday, 24th, 2020. Now I'm going to select all of that, Command A, and I'm going to copy that. The reason why is I'm lazy. Otherwise, you'll see why anyway. So that's done. Now I'm going to go into my original cards, and then I'm going to go into D800 because that's the camera I've been shooting on. For instance, dinosaur camera, but it works really well. This one here is my shoot on here. And then all of those there, highlight them, and then that goes into the D800. Now I can then cancel that. And then I'm going to open up. If I go to the wing menu over here, or down here for the bottom docker, it will then ask you what library you want to open up. But if I go to Lightroom here and actually click on, oh, that's another thing. I want to rename me. I don't want it called that. So this is where it comes in V. Now copy the title back in. So now I can then now double click on that and it will open up from there. Right, if it might go on the screen. I hope it stays on the screen. And I'll go again. So, yep. There we go. Now click the import button. I'm very lazy. I'm going to keep disappearing there, aren't I? So the death is on. So I go into original cards and I just pull that down and it'll ask me if I want to import it and oh, it hasn't asked me. Okay, so there's the 4 photos. Keywords, and then import. Boom. Importing the files. So now they are imported. Next thing I'll do is I'll rename them. So I go up to, I just click on play that, and you go up to here, library, rename photos, dunk, and not refine photos, rename photos, this one here, and then Command and V, because I'm really lazy. And once you've actually got the clipboard selected, and I can then rename everything the same. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to go just show you D100. They haven't been renamed. Why have they been renamed? That is weird. You test and test and test these things. Unless it's gone into here, is it? No, no. Oh, that's interesting. What's happened there? Honestly, you test and test and test these things. Back up. Take this again. Here, Lightroom. Rename me. Not rename me, the original. You should have renamed them. Live. It's live. There we go. So, perhaps I didn't reselect them all. So, let's select them all when the Wheel of Death goes. So, asking it a lot to do. So, select all. That is what I think I did wrong last time. It's not selecting them all. It's not doing anything. Can't do anything. Yeah, select all. So, selecting them all. Let's try again. Go library and then rename photos. We're going to rename photos all the same, starting from 1 and boom. And now go down here, go into original cards, D800. They're still, there you go. Okay, so they're all now renamed. Super job. So, for the demonstration purposes of this, I'm going to change this one to black and white. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to disappear here. Press D for develop mode. And then black and white. Hello D. Done. Back to G. I just want to show you, because I want to prove that everything gets copied over. I'm now going to stop this, close it, it will then ask me, and then I'll back it up. That's all good and dandy. So, but the problem is, when the library's all good, but when you come to move things around, if you go up here and you move around an individual folder from a place where it hasn't, you just move it for whatever reason. You go back into Lightroom, there's always a problem because you won't be able to render from that file because Lightroom doesn't know where it is. You've actually got to go and tell it where it is. And this is one of the biggest problems if you need to move files around. So I can't remember which one it was. Oh, it's this one here. There's a little here. You see a little eye. And that little eye, photo is missing. And it's a problem. That's a problem. The amount of times you move it, and then you've got to go in here and you go, where's that photo? You've got to locate it. Yeah, I want to locate it. Then you have to locate it, and if you move it again after that, then you've got to do it again. So it's never the best idea. Never the best idea to do that. Stop. This my computer's working hard now. I'll close. Yeah. Quit. Back up. And now I'm going to move that photo back in now. Original cards. Yeah. What's going on? That would have gone in the bin. What's happening? Can't even get the bin up now. What's going on? My computer's running extremely slow, asking I'm not doing a lot. Oh, come on. Original files, I've lost 2 folders, I can't get them back. Yep. Okay. Oh, God. It's all going so well. No, there's a bin. In the bin, there we go. So, Lightroom is... What's going on here? I think... What's missing from there? To Lightroom for the JPEG. So I'm putting the JPEGs back in, but it's the Lightroom one. Aha, JPEGs. Lightroom. Okay. My computer is running very, very slow. Right, let's put original cards, put this back in, and then put this in here. But it's always good actually not to stop the video because this may happen to you. So I'm going to reopen up Lightroom. See if I did this in a live demonstration, then I would have the same thing. So this one here should be black and white. Okay, so that's black and white. Everything now, this bit here, the photo's back in there now. Well, it should be because you just moved it back in. Good. So, let's do this. Let's close this. I know there's a lot of opening and closing up, but there's a reason why. So, this is all stored on the hard drive of this computer. So now, because this is this file here, I want to show you on here. I think I did this earlier on. Photography, this demo here. Let's get rid of this demo. So that's off there. Now let's go and open, let's empty the bin. Let's bring the bin up and show you that. Come on, bin. God, this computer's really running slow now. God. There we go, right, there's the bin. I'm going to empty this bin. I might just leave this up now. So, empty the bin. There's nothing in there. So that is that. So now I'm going to drag this over onto here. It's going to go into here, which it has done. And it's on there. Now, really brave here. Really brave. This is going to go into the bin. I'll show you it. Just show it so it's off. Ah, that's quite good. So it's off here. I'm going to empty this just to show you. And now it should be on the Scratch Master, which is here. This one here. This is here. Lightroom. The original cards are here. Let's do the back one. Lightroom. And all the folders, and remember the black and white one, that should all be there. Everything should be metadated, so you can easily shift one whole bit over. But the computer is rather slow. You can style them as well. So just yes, let's make some stars. Okay, so whoops, make this a 4, and go back to G. I could actually leave that. I'm going to leave that one open now. And I'm going to copy it back. So I'm going to do this, back it up. And now I'm going to move it back. And when it opens up from that position, it will open up with that black and white image. It's so clever. It saves everything. It's brilliant. So go to Scratch Master, and then where is it? It's a red one here. This one. Go put that back on my desktop. Go that. We don't need that. We do need that later. So this one here, the Lightroom, and then what I should do is open up in the library to show you that it really does work. But now it should open up with that black image, that black and white image, and it should be starred as well. There we go. Oh, hang on, let's do cancel that. Let's go back to G, so you can see it's got there. It's right, good, it's right, good, right, good. Backs it up. I don't need this one. Okay, so I hope that helped. I know it's not the most riveting subject in the world, and it's not the most sexiest thing to do, but I hope you got something out of that. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.